Now we are going to the announced use case with the company REKONO. Miha Poberaj is the next that will join us here on the virtual stage. He is the co-founder, CEO, and the driving force behind the company REKONO. He's an expert in information technology and business consultant to companies in various sectors that aim to establish and implement a safe and secure infrastructure. REKONO is a family of solutions and services for e-identification and e-signing, allowing users, businesses, banks, organizations, and government agencies to perform secure and robust authentication and verify the authenticity of e-documents for reliable and trusted business operation. The REKONO family solutions and services represent the cornerstone for building trust in digital transactions. So, Mr. Poberaj, the digital virtual stage is yours.
Okay, thank you for your very strong introduction. So my name is Miha Poberaj, and I will talk to you about how REKONO is adapting to new possibilities introduced in EPSIN and eIDAS 2. But before we go to the fun part, I will give you a brief introduction to get some information about our existing services that we will have to adopt to new possibilities. So as today, REKONO is fast-growing service provider of several services used by several sectors. So we are connected to almost every part of Slovenian business. As we heard before, we identify REKONO as a cornerstone that helps companies with the transition to digital business by default. So the current scope is more than 250,000 active users. We have 77, as per yesterday, 77 services from 30 different service providers who are directly connected to our system. We have many others that are connected through document management service providers that are using our services and solutions. REKONO is integrated with governmental C-Trust, trust service provider that is used to connect to governmental services. Our authentication, authorization, and signing services are used from 6 banks. We are also running 3DS secure payments authorization for 9 banks, PSD2 open banking authorizations for 5 banks. We are offering qualified advanced signatures for service providers and end users, and of course advanced and qualified seals and timestamp. What is our advantage is that we don't use any proprietary software. Everything is developed by us, so we are very agile and fast. Let's say we are fast adopters. So the current, since we are covering or servicing banks that are the most regulated industry, we adopted a lot of regulations from the EU and nationals, a lot of standards, of course, business needs for banks, energy, insurance companies, and some field specifications. The most strict is AML, anti-money laundering, which we have to comply with for all the banks and insurance companies that we serve. So the company and the products are designed from scratch to comply with all the standards. The company is also holding certificates for security 27001 and the cloud service provider 20000. So we are already using our own blockchain because we are signing all the records, chaining. So we have all the steps, all the audit trails for everything that is going on our systems regarding the customers and the account management. So if there is an issue at the service provider, all the data is in our systems. We are, of course, there are several processes. The first one is client boarding. We are using video identification. We're using existing qualified certificates issued by other certificate authorities. Of course, we will support the new national ID that Slovenia is issuing since April. We have our own registration office that is using several subcontractors like banks, Pošta Slovenia, and some others. There's a unique feature in our system. We are able to board users with the bank ID. We have agreement with the banks and the payment card processor in Slovenia, Bankart, so we are able to verify PIN and PAN numbers, and we are connected with the banks. So actually, we are able to board almost any bank user in Slovenia and create him an REKONO account. Of course, we are offering classic authentication, basic with, and the second factor can be digital certificates. We have our own mobile application where we can use push authentication codes, or you can retype one-time passwords, and we support FIDO devices. From a user perspective, there is a dashboard where users can manage their accounts, and there is a mobile app for all three major platforms where we can create digital signatures, advanced, qualified in the name of natural or legal person. We can confirm secure transactions for Visa, MasterCard. We can confirm transactions for PSD2 open banking transactions. And of course, service providers can push documents in the mobile app to be signed. So user gets a notification, sees the document, checks the document, signs the document, and the document is sent back to the service provider. Currently, we are covering three qualified services. So the e-signature, we are listed on EU Trust List for qualified and advanced signatures for legal and natural person. We have qualified seal and advanced seal, and of course qualified electronic timestamp. There is a signing service. So the documents can be signed via web application or via mobile app. So I think this is a good starting point to build an e-wallet. So if we go through the evolution of REKONO capabilities, so today we are using a standard approach. We are identifying users via OpenID Connect and SAML. We are offering trust services and some other banking services. We are not interacting between issuer and verifier. This interaction is currently in a role of issuer or verifier. So when we adopt new capabilities, we will be able to create cross-domain and cross-border information exchange. We will automate verifiable credentials. We will also offer verification services. We will be certified wallet provider, and we are building trusted framework. So we will be provided of trusted framework. So where do we fit? If we take this basic flow, at first we have a holder who is able to install our mobile app. We are able to identify the user in the mobile app via authentication through a REKONO account. So our mobile app will become e-wallet. So this is the REKONO part as the identity provider. In next step, when the issuance of verified credentials will happen, the issuer will issue a verified credential upon the identification via REKONO OnePass, and the issuer will sign or stamp the verifiable credential via REKONO sign, so with qualified signature or with qualified stamp. So on the verifier side, the process will be the same. The verifier will be able to verify the signature of the issuer with our services, and the flow is finished. So the launch of this flow or product is scheduled on 19th of October, while we will launch commercial version platform that will be offered to all of the service provider. Okay. Thank you. This is all from my side. I was quick.
Mr. Poberaj, thank you very much. Please stay with us on our virtual stage because now it is time for the debate.